Here's another way to think about no contact that's going to give you an extra level of understanding. Hey, I'm Coach Benny, and I help people get their exes back. And no contact is really just a way of creating enough space between you and your ex to finally get them to reach out and message you first. Why is this important? Well, because if they've broken up with you and they pushed you away, you're exceeding their pace of comfort staying in contact with them after the breakup if you're texting first, because you have no idea whether or not they miss you or whether or not they actually want your attention, unless they're texting you first, and then you know for a fact that they do. So when you hear about going no contact for 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, whatever, okay, this is worst case scenario if they don't break down and message you first, which a lot of times they do. So when you're going no contact with your ex, you're simply just, off your last message, waiting as long as it takes, all the way up to months, for them to reply. And every single time that you hit send in your text messages, you're defaulting to that no contact period of time, waiting as long as it takes for them to say the next thing. You see, because texting is like playing a game of catch. You throw them the ball, they catch it, they throw it back to you, okay? If you ever text twice in a row, it's like you threw them the ball, you ran over to the spot that they were, throwing from, and you wrenched the ball out of their glove, and then you run back to your spot and you throw it to them again. How freaking crazy is that? Texting with your ex is like playing a game of chess, only in this game, there's no timer. The timer lasts all the way up to however long no contact is supposed to last for you. So maybe 3 to 6 months or whatever. But every time somebody makes a move, which is sending a message, okay, you wait as long as it takes to hear back from the other person. Okay, it's like you go into no contact every single time that you send a message to them, because you're going to wait as long as it takes to hear back. And no contact is simply just a means of letting that person miss you enough. So it's not about ignoring their messages. You're going to respond to them every single time. And it's not necessarily about having time apart so that you can heal. Theoretically, you can emotionally discipline yourself and stay strong enough and heal enough while you're talking to them. And you should be able to do that because you probably complained to your ex that, hey, why can't we work on ourselves staying together? Why do we have to work on ourselves while we're broken up? So you should be able to not need time to yourself to go heal, emotionally discipline yourself to stay in contact with your ex if they're actively messaging you, work them over with charisma, and not need time apart to heal because you're going to emotionally discipline yourself as you're in contact with them. So no contact is simply just a means of saying, hey, I'm going to let it go as long as it takes, up to X number of months based upon their attachment style, in order to give them the space that they need to feel something from me. And then once they start chasing me, now I'm off to the races. And look, if this is too complicated for you, if you need some help with this, click into my profile, click this link right here, set up a call with me, and I want to hear your story, and I'll give you a step-by-step plan to get your ex back.